This is Top Accolade Global News Update. I am Abiodun Mohammed. Chancellor Olaf Scholz has again pushed back against demands in Germany and from Ukrainian officials for fighter jets to repel Russia's invasion, urging Western nations not to join a bidding war for sophisticated weapons. Last week, Germany announced it will deliver its Leopard 2 battle tanks to Ukraine after weeks of pressure from NATO and European Union allies. Ukraine's Deputy Foreign Minister Andriy Melnik has praised Germany for dozens of its Tornado combat aircraft and urged the international community to join a fighter jet coalition for his country. Ukraine's President Volodymyr Zelensky again asked Western nations to provide his country with more high-end weapon systems in his daily address on Saturday. Zelensky specifically mentioned the Army Tactical Missile System ATACMS. Russia last week condemned the delivery of NATO battle tanks to Ukraine, calling it, in quotes, direct and growing evidence of United States and European involvement in the war. U.S. Secretary of State Antony Blinken has arrived in Egypt at the start of a three-day Middle East visit, with Israeli-Palestinian tensions escalating and Russia's war in Ukraine and Iran's nuclear program high on his agenda. After a stop in Cairo, Blinken will travel on Monday and Tuesday to Jerusalem and Ramallah, where he will meet Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu and Palestinian Authority President Mahmoud Abbas respectively. Blinken's trip had been planned with Netanyahu's new right-wing government being the focal point, as concerns over the future of Israel's direction and stalled peace talks with the Palestinians loomed large. But the visit took on new urgency on Thursday after Israeli forces killed 9 Palestinians and after a Palestinian carried out a retaliatory gun attack in occupied East Jerusalem that killed 7 Israelis outside a synagogue a day later. Another attack followed on Saturday. Fears have spiked that already spiraling violence will further escalate. In talks with the new Israeli administration, which includes ultranationalist parties that want to ramp up settlement construction in the occupied territories, Blinken will repeat United States calls for calm and emphasize Washington's support for a two-state solution. Blinken will also travel to Ramallah to meet Abbas, other Palestinian officials, and members of civil society. With both leaders, Blinken will call broadly for steps to be taken to de-escalate tensions, U.S. State Department spokesman Vedant Patel told reporters. More than 24 Malagasi's have died and tens of thousands have been left homeless since a severe tropical cyclone made landfall last week and swelled for days off the island's west coast, official records show. Cyclone Chineso smashed into northeastern Madagascar 10 days ago, bringing strong winds and triggering downpours that have caused extensive flooding. Over the week, it tracked southeastwards, extending damage to houses and schools and cutting off several national roads. 25 people are now known to have died and 21 others are still missing, according to an update from Madagascar's Office for Risk and Disaster Management on Sunday. At least 83,181 people have been affected, with nearly 38,000 displaced from their homes. More than 23,600 houses were flooded and at least 500 others completely destroyed, the Disaster Management Office said in an earlier update on Friday night. Chineso made landfall on January 19th, packing winds of up to 110 km per hour. It is the first tropical storm of the current cyclone season in southern Africa, which typically runs from November to April. Toyota Motors sold 10.5 million vehicles in 2022, it said on Monday, defending its title as the world's top-selling automaker for a third straight year. Global sales for the group, including truck unit Hino Motors and small car maker Daihatsu, inched down 0.1% as record overseas sales of 8.6 million vehicles helped offset a 9.6% dip in its own market to 1.9 million. Second-ranked rival Volkswagen Group earlier this month reported its lowest sales in over a decade of 8.3 million vehicles as COVID-19 lockdowns in China and the war in Ukraine upended supply chains. While some chip-related supply constraints remained for Toyota as well, the Japanese automaker said strong demand in Asia and an increase in the production capacity and optimization in Asia and North America helped it boost global production by 5% in 2022. Toyota in November revised its production forecast for the current financial year through the end of March to 9.2 million vehicles from 9.7 million. That is the size of Top Accolade Global News Update. You can follow us on our social media platforms as displayed on your screen. Happy New Week.